All right, another topic for us, what we want to discuss is how to plan a session, how to get ready for your session. One thing what I want to say up front is, and straight away, is that the amount of learning, because we want to do something in a session that every player will learn something, right? So the amount of learning is not measured by the tiredness of your kids after the training. Quite often I see like parents are asking their kids, or like even players are talking among themselves, and they're just saying, oh, I was not tired, I was not good session. Like, it is always important to set the topic and the aim, what you want to do, and that should be what you are working on. So if you're working on, let's say, on developing technical skills, they should not be measured by how tired you are. Because if we think about it, the more you're tired, the less focused you are, the more your muscles are tired, so you don't react so fast, you don't react so well, and your fine coordination skills are gone. So this is kind of like the first thing what we need to think about. Now, the reality of grassroots football is we do not have 3 or 4 training sessions a week. Quite often we have like usually only one, maximum 2. Now, when we're planning the session, what you will learn on any football course, which by the way I highly recommend to do prior to listening to all of those videos, because it will give you a bit of an insight of the thinking, and in here we can establish a bit of thinking for the club which we think is the right path for our players how to develop, right? So when you are planning the session, you will be told that you should follow the simple method. It is choose a core skill and work on it. I agree with that. Now I will try to put a bit of a perspective on it, how I believe it should be working to a maximum level of engagement and a maximum level of learning. So let's say when we pick an individual, when we pick a core skill, let's say 1 against 1, we want to work on that skill in an isolated manner first, because it is easy to control, it is for the player easy to grasp. But if we will think in the bigger picture, I want to introduce you to what are the aspects of the game, what what we do in the game, what you need to know in order to play the game well. So the football game as we know it has 4 aspects. It has a technical aspect, tactical, physical, and mental. So when you are planning your session, I will always highly recommend that you will always engage and do all of those aspects of the game in your training sessions. Regardless if you pick an isolated core skill. Let's say when we will be speaking about the 1v1, we can do it in a million different ways. Usually the easiest way how to do it, or the most simple way, is that you're going to have one player and one defender, and the attacker will try to beat basically the defender and go somewhere, or score a goal, or achieve something, or hit a target, or can be anything. Now, when we think of the aspects of the game, when we do the 1v1, are we doing the technical aspect? Probably yes. We need to tell the players some sort of skills. They need to show us some sort of like skills, changing of direction, changing of speed, controlling the ball, and simple ball control. There will be some technical skills involved as well, because they need to know when to do the right thing, and definitely when to do it like in the right moment. Because if you start doing some skills 5 meters apart from the defender, probably you are not doing any harm to the defender. You will not gain any advantage. So always you need to do it in the right space and the right time. Physical aspect in the 1v1s. Sure, you have some sort of tackling, contact, you need to be the defender, you need to avoid them, but the defender will not let you do it. So you need to probably use your shoulders, you need to use your body, you need to be shielding the ball, and there will be some sort of physical contact. Mental aspect. Quite often this aspect is kind of not involved too much in training sessions. So how to do it a bit more exciting for the players. So when we do the 1v1, don't just limit the defender on taking the ball or kicking the ball away from the attacker and that's it. Think of it that you want to have for both players some sort of job what they need to do. You can have only directional play up and down. You can have multiple goals. You can have multiple targets what they can hit or go through during that exercise before they score a goal. Generally speaking, when we want to involve all of the aspects of the game in an exercise, we need to look at the exercise and think of it. Is this involved? Is this involved? Is this? And how? So we want to always design any exercise or any session where we will be working on the skill what we want to develop. It can be anything from a tactical point of view or technical point of view. It's up to you. but we always need to be sure that it is as much game related as we can do, and in the game we can be pretty sure that we're having all of those aspects. So it will be really good to build on what they know and then build it up a bit further. So when we're taking still the 1v1, you can start with a simple once again no one. So it is really simple working on technical skills where we will see what sort of skills they're using to beat the defender. We can use it from this point of view because we can have the 1v1 that the defender is approaching from different directions. So in a football game, it rarely happens that the defender is coming straight against you. He's coming from behind, from side. There are more of them coming. So when I mentioned that, it comes the physical role in that. The mental role is obvious as well, because if I have two defenders and I'm alone, I need to do something. I need to pay attention to all of them. I need to be ready. I need to be focused. And in my mind, I need to have ready some sort of decisions what I will do. Now, few tips. Don't work only on the weaknesses of the players, because those sessions will eventually get quite boring and players will lose interest. Always try to work on something what they're good at and pinpoint things which you want to strengthen in terms of their weaknesses. But working on what the players are good at should be in the most of the sessions. We don't want to start in the beginning of the session with something completely new. We should start with something that the players already know, they're familiar with, and they can do. Therefore, we can engage them, we can get them ready, we can prepare them more into the activity. There are way more things what we can talk about how to plan a session. We will try to get to them in different videos, but this one is basically the message is when we're planning anything for our training, either it can be a game or exercise, it can be like a exercise for few individuals, or it can be group exercise, doesn't matter. We always want to be sure that we can involve all aspects of the game into the training planning, so we can ensure that the training will be as game realistic as possible.